universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Salute, salute, peace and power, peace and power. How are you doing? How are you doing? Jussie. B Flow, what up? What's good with you? Yeah, let everybody come on through. Screen record. Take clips. Do whatever you're going to do. Denise. Tisha. Boy, see y'all starting already. Joel, salute, salute. David. Angel. I done hit you so many times, Joel. Salute, salute. AP Wiz, what up, what up? What up, 7-5, what up? Jigga Man, what up? Salute, 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 salute. Greedy Vegan. Met the cow. Kenny Mack. What you doing home this early, Kenny Mack? Huh? Salute, Uncle Murder, Black and Yellow. Salute. Uh-oh, UK. Salute, salute. Unison. Huh? Salute, General. Salute, S. Okay, Joel. I know, because I've been doing it. You know I've been hitting you. Fisher, what up? Kenny Mack is saying, Sean, what you doing? Kenny Mack is home. Kelly Mills, what up? Marv, what up? Oh, we're going to get to it. We're going to get busy. Screen record, edit, do what you want to do. Raleigh, what up, Raleigh? What up? Raleigh NC in the space. What up? What up? Listen, we got to get to it. We got to get to it. And if I look up in a way, it's not that I'm not paying attention. It's a little distracting because one thing I always did since had to be 1978 was watch the NCAA tournament, the March Madness. You know, me and my moms, you know, we would always watch it, so I don't miss it. Smith, what up? What up? Peace. And you know, it's gonna be hard for me to concentrate on it because I didn't do a bracket this year. You know, I usually do the free brackets and all that just to test my square. So if you catch me looking up, I'm looking at the score. All right. But we gotta get to it. We gotta get to it. We gotta get to it. Because one thing I will never allow is my people to be questioned about how much they support they do when it comes to specific issues. Salute, Joel. Remember, Joel, remember everybody, all donations are appreciative. But remember what YouTube does. All right? Y'all know what they do with it. So we already know what it is. All right? But Quincy B. Jones, what up? We got to talk about old Jussie. We got to speak about it. We have to speak about it. Man, who is that? Give me a second. Don't nobody know where I live. What the hell? I always got to make sure. Yeah, because don't nobody know where I live. I always got to make sure that it ain't the mailman or UPS or something. You know? That wasn't for me. Well, Jussie not only played himself, and we all knew, most of us knew from the rip, but his brother went on a rant yesterday speaking about the black community not supporting him because of our homophobia. That if he was straight, there would have been more support for him, which is absolutely false. We're going to get into all that. We're going to get on that. We're going to get into all that. You understand what I'm saying? Tons, what up? 15 trade 1. Unison, yeah. And I'm not going to disrespect him as far as his name, because I want that to be absolutely the improper thing to do as far as I'm concerned. So his name is Jussie. I'm going to call him that. You understand? I'm not going to disrespect that man by name. I'm not going to call him an MFer, because that's not what he does. He's a father sucker. So we're going to put that on the table. But if one thing our people, melanated people, have been is supportive to that community, right? Salute. Thank you, Santana. Peace. Our people have really no choice but to be supportive of that community, because all of us have had somebody either in our family, in our school systems or school environments, in our work environments, in our communities. You dig? Anybody who hasn't had some contact with members of that community, as far as melanated people is concerned, you had to be living up under a rock. Had to be living up under a rock. Hey, little, how you? So we are very supportive. But how much support are we supposed to extend in this particular circumstance? How much support? And what does support look like? And I want to deal with it from the justice system aspect before we get into the social aspect, because he said society at large failed his brother. Society at large failed his brother. It's a black community we didn't support. First of all, from the outset, the black community and his own community supported him. They ran behind him. Yo, we got to find out who did this, what did this, because of the nature of what was reported. Not the fact that he was part of that particular community, but because of the Noose. But because of what was reported about the Noose. So that already triggered an uproar. That already had triggered our attention. That, okay, never mind who he identifies as, never mind what he does in his sheets. We were alerted because there was a Noose involved, and he knew that. That's why that particular storyline was in there. He didn't want it to be just a hate crime against his community. He wanted to incorporate the Noose so he could alarm black people. And they did. Those who believed the story blindly ran to support, shared it on social media. It was a topic of discussion, ran through it, went viral. If we didn't support it, it would have never been conversation, would have never been viral. Get that? So, in orchestrating this plan, in orchestrating this story, and executing it to the degree, that which he did, he knew that was going to happen. He knew that was going to happen. They run with it. They run with it. Okay. He gets knocked. Story starts to unravel. Uptown Dre salute. The story starts to unravel. Pittsburgh, PA, and Hill, what up, what up? It starts to unravel. Now, again, me, being a street dude, knowing the Shy, knowing Winter, I already was thinking that it was some falseness to it. Nobody, and as hot as the Shy was at that time, Toronto, Canada. Salute, Shay. What up? I already knew that. After hours, 1, 2, 3 in the morning, in the Shy, in the dead of winter, very brick, very cold, old block busting off, all this stuff going on, bodies is dropping on a regular. A punk-ass actor is going to go out for a sandwich? Really? No bodyguards, no security. Somebody who was just on one of the, had to be top 5 urban shows at the time. You going to get a sandwich. 3 in the morning for Dolo. Come on, yo. I didn't believe it. I wasn't buying it. But yet and still, because of the Noose that was involved, everybody wanted to watch the story. So now it starts to unravel. It unravels. His mans and them get knocked. Cameras all over the spot. And what we do know now that we didn't know then, there were actually witnesses who did not peep exactly what happened, but because they were in different points of the area at different times, saw someone that looked like him, could have been him, saw other aspects of it. So now, yo, come on. Look at what I'm saying. He gets knocked. So now it's lies. Even in the lies, even in the storytelling, our community stood right there with him to make sure that he was going to get a fair case. People still ran with the narrative that it could have happened. And that maybe the 2 dudes who, for whatever reason, went along with this with him, didn't jam him up. People still was rocking with this dude. People still was rocking with him. What support did you want? Or what support did his brother say that he didn't receive? Were we as a community supposed to fund him and fund his defense? Was we as a community supposed to run out and protest what was going on? Was we as a community supposed to shut everything down for him? What was we supposed to do that wasn't done? Salute, Horace, salute, salute. No doubt H-Town in the building. So what was we supposed to do? Okay. Because his funds was there. His family was there. Legal team was there. What was we supposed to do after things came out that was not truthful? And then your mans in them testified. People who went along with this story, with your event, testified. So did they lie? Because now they're trying to spin it like police lied. Did your mans in them lie? Because they got knocked with everything. What are we supposed to do as a community? We supposed to lose our integrity and rock with you? I want to know. Are we supposed to stand tall on a lie? Now, once that was found out, they moved to indict you. They moved to get charges against you. So at that point, you on your own. Because the charges could have been several. Could have been several. I chose not to go deep in it legally. For what? You already lied. I knew it was fishy fish market shit. I'm not going to go into that, but so be it. They could have charged you with falsified information, falsifying documents, false police reports. The whole thing could have been a whole bunch of charges. I care not to waste my time researching it, so I didn't. Am I going to support it? No. Why? There are plenty of people who are wrongfully convicted that need our support, who have done a whole lot for our people. We still got Mumia Abu Jamal in bondage. Imam Jalil, right? H.Y. Brown, still in bondage. Sundiata, Mutulu Shakur, Leonard Peltier. Many solid elders, warriors who fought and bled for us, who get minimal support or attention. So, is the conscious community supposed to rock and rally behind you? I beg to differ. I think not. So, and help me out here, y'all. If you know his brother, if y'all got a direct link to his brother via Twitter, IG, send this to him. Because fuck you for calling out a whole nation of people who's not ready to rock with your brother's lie. It ain't about who he identifies as. We don't care about how he identifies. You lied. That's the point. That's the point. You lied. So we supposed to ignore that fact. That's what we supposed to do. We supposed to ignore the fact that you have been proven to be a liar. Mind you, this is a person his brother, who has the audacity to call out black people, the black community, society at large for failing his brother when, let's be really, really clear, society at large don't even know him. His ass ain't Denzel. He ain't Idris. My daughter never seen Empire. You have a whole nation of people who never watched that show, who don't know who he is. You got the arrogance to say that the society at large failed him when we don't even know him, and most people only know him after he was indicted for lying. Miss us with that bullshit. Nobody don't know him like that. Only reason why I know him is because I watched the show. Only reason why I really know him is because of his sister Journey. Because we liked her as a little one. And coming through the business. And at one point, we was familiar with the rest of them because of her. Not him. So society at large can't fail him. He failed himself. Failed himself. So now, legally, this is what took place. Boom. Got convicted. He got convicted, yo. And had to do a punk ass 150 days. 150 days. I slept 150 days away. And again, I only say it because of my experience within the situation, not to brag about it. But I had 160 days in between court dates. 160 days? 150 days? I used to do that shit in between court dates. He couldn't do that for his line? Kick your feet up and go to sleep? So now, you grandstanding, you calling yourself the black gay Tupac, not black, gay Tupac. Didn't say black. Gay. So I guess black people supposed to fall back now because you're identifying yourself as gay. So how dare your brother come at us now and say we wasn't supportive? You the gay Tupac. You have got a whole community that should have supported you. Right? Now you want to incorporate yourself and come back and galvanize this nation behind your lie. That now you want to, yo, I'm one of y'all. We wasn't one of us when you was getting that good empire money. You wasn't one of us, right? When we have pertinent issues on the town that you wouldn't stand tall for, right? No, none of that. I'm gonna tell y'all all something. Now them athletes, entertainers, rappers, they don't stand tall consistently with us. But when they get jammed, now they part of what's going on. No. Don't work like that, homeboy. Don't work like that. You understand? So you, father sucker, and your brother, go eat something. Go eat something. You dare call out us. as a community, as a nation, for holding down you. And our nation has to stand tall with more principles and gumption, because we already get embarrassed enough. You understand? We get embarrassed enough for not uniting and holding each other down on things that we should do. So we damn sure not going to stand tall with somebody who lied. So the gist of it is he was convicted and sentenced. Now you want to throw up the black fist and all that, but you don't want to accept the punishment. So, most people don't know why he is on an appeal bail. In layman's terms, he was sentenced, right? He put in paperwork for an appeal. But the process before that paperwork takes place may be maybe 200 days. So what they're saying is, why should he sit and be punished for something that possibly can be overturned in his favor? So the process is too long for him to sit in danger or in these conditions where he might, he might walk free from it. So that's basically why he's out. Everybody who's convicted has an appellate process. Most people don't get out on a bail pending your appeal. You see it with people who have enormous resources and attorneys and people that's working within and without the system. I had an appeal bail. Of course, I didn't have those resources, so I had to sit during my whole appellate process, which is why I ended up doing a decade. You understand? He happens to have those resources for this punk little bit of time that he could have did. Right? As we do know, Mumia Abu Jamal has had several appeals, never granted an appeal bail. All of our elders, all of our revolutionaries have had appeals. None of them. So you mean to tell me this father sucker here gets an appeal bail and his brother still wants to berate and talk shit to the black community? Go sit your ass down somewhere before people start looking into who you are. Oh yeah, don't worry about Taraji. She has to do that. She has to do that. She has to do that. For some reason, they probably in alignment, probably have the same agent. Something is in alignment with her opening her mouth on that note. Free Jussie. Fuck Jussie. Straight up like that. Straight up like that. That's not nothing to do with how he identifies. That comes from privilege. That comes from a mental imbalance who doesn't want to take responsibility for what you did. It all began with you, sir. Jussie, it began with you. Because in order for this to be a space where you can be exonerated, that means we would have to sit there and prove that there was this big conspiracy between Chicago PD, your friends, and whoever else was rocking with you. All of them had to rock together to get rid of you. Why? What would be the purpose in that? CC, salute. What would be the purpose in that? Your two mans who was on the show. That's your people. So now, if we're going to get into it, so we can get into the spooky of the Illuminati and Hollywood and them working up a whole plan to get rid of you, who wasn't even the star of the show. Why? So at what point are we to believe that you should feel no ramifications for any of these actions? Let me know. Where do we get, where? Did you devise this on your own? Or are you telling us that shaitan, that somebody whispered in your ear? Or that you had absolutely nothing to do with this? That you was walking in the freezing cold to get a sandwich and you were assaulted to that degree? That's what we supposed to believe. That everything was in alignment in the universe for this to happen to you, and that all this is taking place, all this is taking place. Come on now. All of this is taking place for poor Jussie. Right? Now, I don't know what you believe in. I don't know if you're a good Christian brother. I don't know if you're an Islamic brother. I don't know if you believe in the esoteric. But it's hard for me to believe that the whole entire universe was in an alignment for all of this to be taking place. For you to be assaulted on that night, for your mans and them to get caught up, for the police to do what they did, for the jury to get picked, for you to get convicted, sentenced, and put in jail. Why? Why? I know why I did my time. I know why. I took full responsibility in that. Full responsibility. And was able to walk out with integrity. Never having to rap. Never having to snitch. Never having to lie. Come home, knock out parole, and stand tall. Never going back. Why should I support you? None of that has nothing to do with who you identify as. You're a liar, sir. You're a liar. And you caught up in the trap that so many liars are trapped in. Delusion. Lack. And I mean a complete, total lack of self-respect and self-accountability. So tell your brother to get off line with that bullshit about society failing you. Maybe your brother and the rest of your family failed you by putting in your head that you from some type of privilege, that it would be okay for you to lie to the people, to continue to act outside of an environment in which you get paid to act in. It's real life here, homie. when you do shit in real life, there is no cut next scene. Nah, homie, you and still talking shit. You, sir, should be on the cot getting 3 hot meals, because you wouldn't even have did the 150. Then you might have did 80. Might have did 80, if that. 60. But you couldn't even do that. Right? Fuck out of here wasting our time with that dumb shit. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time and energy and effort. But we, as a people, need to stop allowing those, right, who don't stand tall with us on a regular basis to make us feel a ways about their own actions. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You go have your party. You, sir, need to call out the rest of your community who may not have supported you. You need to call out the rest of your community who's closeted. That's what you need to do. Don't call out us. Go to Hollywood. Go to the entertainment industry and start calling out those who you know be at the party and didn't support you. That's the main problem. It ain't us. It's the people that y'all stand with every day that front and code switch like they are straight, and y'all know that they with y'all, but they don't support y'all because they want to benefit off of all of us supporting them. That's what you do. Call out them, right? All those who are rumored to be in your community. The Diddys, the Commons. You understand what I'm saying? All them type dudes, right? Call them out and ask them why they didn't support you. What's going on, huh? Yeah. The Diddy's, the Commons, the big Tiggers. You dig what I'm saying? All these other dudes, right? Come on. Who else? The Tanks, right? Come on. Who else? Let's go. Go call them out. All them dudes is at the party, right? Nah, Joel's Lil Nas X stand tall in his. He's firm in his. He letting it be known. This is who I am. All the rest of them, go call them out. Don't call us out. We were supportive. A majority was born into the lie. Talking about, man. Yeah, all that. Jim Jones, all of them. Wilding. You wilding. The brother needs to apologize to the black community. Jussie brother need to apologize to the black people for saying that we were not supportive of his lying ass. That's what needs to take place. The hell out of here. It has nothing to do with how he identifies and everything to do that ain't nobody standing with no liar. That's what it has to deal with. You don't call us out. You call out you and yours. Simple as that. Simple as that. So again, y'all, it is what it is. It is what it is. He should have just sat there, laid down, and did his little punk time. He wasn't working. You ain't doing shit. Accept responsibility for your action, lay on that bunk, and keep it moving. We got so many others who need our support right outside our doorstep. Right outside our doorstep. A whole community hurting, mentally ill, homeless, impoverished, single mothers, families, combined families struggling, youth out there that's killing each other, political prisoners who've been down 45 years. And people don't salute at all, that don't acknowledge at all. And we supposed to run behind your little man. I wouldn't dare. You got Matulu Sukor, strong soldier, laying up in there. Minimal support. H. Rap Brown, Imam, laying up in there. Leonard Peltier, running up, all of them. Just laying up. Casualty of war. For our people. Not for them. For the people. And we're going to support you. Don't take your little Tinkerbell ass somewhere. So again, got me all fired up. Hot. I think I'll go to IG and start a little trouble. How y'all like that? How y'all like that? Let me go to IG and start a little something. You dig? So, yeah, I just want to know, salute to my people. Remember, don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. Always. Always. Believe in my belief in you. Don't let nobody ever question who we are as a people. Don't do it. Fuck him and his brother. Straight up. That's the message. And he walking out the joint, surrounding his punk ass. They should have been slapping him upside his motherfucking head, Joe. Because he looks stupid. Salute.